Holy. I had a rough time waking up today for some reason. I just did not want to get out of bed. I was so comfy in my bed that I just did not want to get my ass out. And now it's 3:15 and I gotta go to work in like 15 minutes. Fuck. Oh man, just this past weekend, you know, I've been going to bed at like 9 o'clock and waking up at 7 and, well, going to bed at 9, falling asleep probably around 10:30, then waking up at 7 a.m. And it actually felt kind of good, you know? But it actually felt kind of good. And then last night I stayed up a little later. I was trying to record some video game videos for Skaven Games when my friggin' software that I use called Action completely fucked up big times and will not record any Mafia. We'll record bits and pieces of Minecraft. Like, it's really fucking the system up, and I have no idea what the hell's wrong with it. I didn't do anything except for move the computer from one room to another, so I'm probably gonna have to uninstall it, reinstall it, hope to Christ it works. If not, figure something out, or say Skaven Games is going full Grand Theft Auto 5, because that may happen, because at least I know I can record from the Hopage still. That sort of still works. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was I got a call from the place where I bought my car telling me that they got, cause I told them, I've always told them that if they ever get any good deals on trucks to let me know right away, send me an email or something. So they emailed me and they're like, hey, we got 2 great deals on 2 trucks that might be perfect for you. Oh, hey, your mustache is so... So I'm like, alright, lay it on me, bud. And he goes, alright, first one, Mazda B4000, 4-liter V6, automatic transmission. Can't remember the mileage, but he's like, can't remember the mileage, 4-wheel drive, automatic transmission, 4-liter V6, and that one there was 9 grand. 9 grand, not too bad, not too bad. I'm like, well, that's not too bad. I said, just a Mazda's just a Ford Ranger in the end, so, you know, how bad could it be? But I'm like, well, what's the other one? He goes, 2009 Chevy Colorado, inline 4, 2.8 liter, which is actually pretty big for 4-cylinder. 2.8 liters. Last time I seen a 2.8, it was a V6 found in a freaking Pontiac Sunfire. Yeah, Sunfire. Not Sunfire, no. It was the one before the Sunfire. It wasn't the Sunfire, it was like the Sun, not the Sundance. Anyway, whatever. So that was the last time I seen that, and I was like, wow, that's a big engine. Manual transmission, so 5-speed gearbox, clutch, all that nonsense. 4x4, regular, well, it's got the extended cabs, has the sideways sitting seats that flop up into the wall or whatever nonsense, and a 6.5-foot box. 9 grand. Lower mileage, newer of a truck, but a year newer. I was like, oh, well, shit, those are pretty good deals. He goes, so what do you think? And I'm like, I think I might have to come down there and do a test drive, bud. So one of these days that might happen. I just hate test driving shit in the winter because, well, it's always good to try it in the winter to see how you like it on the winter snow, but it lets you know if the heat's going to actually heat up the truck and not just fuck around, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if I want to bother buying a vehicle right yet, because honestly this not having car payments thing is kind of freaking awesome, and whenever I get around to getting the car fixed, then I could have a good car for a while and not have to make car payments, you know? I used to pay $145 bi-weekly on that. Oh, I'll go for a rip. I used to pay $145 bi-weekly on that fucking G6. I don't have those payments anymore. That means that's money that I have that I can put elsewhere, like towards bills or debt or whatever, and burn it all away, you know? Or I can put it towards stuff that I don't need but like, you know? Whatever it takes. Like, it's money in the bank. Like, but having that truck would be kind of cool if I wanted to go to like the Blokes, something, just throw the freaking mower in the back, strap her in, lock it in place, whatever I have to do. Go to Blokes and then go to Pugs and go race some mowers or something, or just drive a mower. Fuck, I'm tired, but we gotta get off to work soon and things, because that's coming up real fast. I just thought that was kind of cool. So if you guys had a choice between a Mazda B4000 or the Mazda's a 2008 and the fucking Chevy is a 2009, I believe. I'll have to pull up the stats, but there'll be pictures off to the side, and you guys can be the judge and say pros and cons and let me know in the comments below. Sure. Well guys, it's after work. Pretty much spent a good part of the tonight just doing some research like I used to do when I was hunting down cars, which is what I did with the G6 when I was comparing the G6 to the Chrysler 300, and I was comparing it to another car, I can't remember, oh, the Ford Fusion. I was comparing them, and I don't know why I went with the G6, to be honest with you. Obviously my research was fail, probably because the deal I got, I only paid like 10 grand for the car. And it served its purposes, so. But now I really want a truck, so I got a way to haul, like, you know, my bike or my mower, or if I ever get around to putting the friggin' flywheel back on the white, you know, that mower. Bring that one out to Pugs and race it once I figure out calculations and things for spindles and all that. No, whatever. Anyway. Oh, Jesus. So, I've been doing some research, and it seems the Colorado / Canyon, whatever, you know, same thing, just one has a bow tie and one says letters. A lot of people complained about the inline 5 they're stuffing in there, the 3.5 liter inline 5, saying that it had all the power of a 4-cylinder with the fuel economy of a 6. Other people were saying that the truck would spontaneously shut down and they'd have to basically pull over, put her in park, and fucking fire it back up and it'd be fine. And other people were saying that the 3.5 was highly unreliable. So I was like, oh, well, I'm not getting that one, so bonus. Everybody who got the 2.8, I've noticed a trend where if they got the 2.8 with the automatic transmission, they called the truck the Gutless Wonder. They said literally, you know, a friggin' 1980s Tempo would beat this thing in a race. It was definitely no race winner, had no towing power, it was really weak sauce. And they found themselves, you know, starting off in 4 low just to be able to get enough speed so they can put her in 4 high and then put her in regular high while driving apparently and stuff like that. And I don't know if that's really good for your 4x4 system, but whatever. Like if they're pulling a boat out of the water, the i4 didn't have the power to do it. However, the people with the manual transmission inline 4s said that the car was actually pretty, the truck was pretty peppy, and it really gave her stink when you wanted her to. Sorry if my eyes are red. I had the worst allergy attack tonight at work, and I don't know what was causing it. And even my coworker was complaining, and she was breaking out in hives. So something at the office was causing us to bust out in hives, and we're not sure what. But anyway. So everybody who got the manual transmission with the 2.8 liter inline 4 said that the truck is pretty peppy and it's a great vehicle, awesome on fuel. One guy claimed 28 to 32 miles per gallon on the highway, just cruising. So I was like, fuck yeah, you know, like right there, that truck's already beating my G6. Even in town, the mileage is getting is beating my G6. So it's like, I won't notice the fuel economy, that's for sure. And then I had to look up the B4000 to see what people were saying there. And a lot of people came back and said that the front ends on those Ranger / 4000s are pretty weak sauce. And apparently there's an issue with the bearings or the hubs or something like that. No, it was the ball joints in the front. Apparently they're really flaky, but a simple Moog upgrade solves that problem, just like, you know, with the old Dodges and their ball joints. Moog upgrade, problem solved. So, yeah, there's a difference between them both, and I forgot to mention the price difference as well. I'm just going to show you here, like, I got the site open here for the Mazda, and they want $13,500 for the Mazda, has 63,000 kilometers. There's the information there, just some basic information. And then of course, if I scroll down, here's all what it comes with. So you get air conditioning, rear beverage holders, who cares, MP3 decoder, dual front impact airbag, split folding rear seats, tack, power steering, driver's door bin, rear door bins, rear step bumper, ignition disable, passenger vanity mirrors, a bunch of junk I don't care about. Speed sensing steering. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that is. And then front beverage holders, AM/FM radio, trailer hitch receiver. Nice. Occupant sensing airbags, front fog lights, front anti-roll bar alloy wheels, passenger door bin, CD player, ABS brakes, passenger cancelable airbag, low tire pressure warning. Nice. I bitch about it. My car was losing air. It'd be nice to have that warning so that, you know, I get the warning and then I can just fill it up. Front wheel independent suspension. Didn't realize that was a feature. Thought that was pretty standard, but I guess not in a truck. I don't know. And skid plates. That's right. And this one here is a 2009, I believe. Yes. There's a picture of it right there. Yeah, it's over at my car right now. It's where my buddy works. And so there it is right there. It comes with the grandpa cab and everything. And it's a 2009 Mazda B4000 Standard Edition, SE, I guess. So there's that one. And there's the Chevy Colorado. Yeah, I love the look of these trucks. They look mean. But it's a 2006 Colorado LS, I guess lame service. I don't know. They want $8,995, so like it's already $4,000 cheaper than the other one. Alright, it's a pickup, 2.8 liter 4-cylinder unleaded manual transmission, so it's, you know, 5-speed, clutch, whatever. 4x4 drivetrain, it's black, I like that. Gray interior, blah blah blah, and we'll check out its features, which are not as awesome as the Ford, or the Mazda. So it's got driver door bin, tilt steering wheel, dual front impact airbags, front reading lights, front anti-roll bar, okay. Front beverage holders, AM FM radio, ignition disable, fully automatic headlights, like my G6 has. Front wheel independent suspension, passenger door bin, rear step bumper, occupant sensing airbag, tack, power steering, speed control ABS, passenger vanity mirrors, and variable intermittent wipers. So as you can see right away, this fucking thing is bare bones. Like AM FM radio, what, it doesn't have a CD player? Since when do they not include a CD player in a vehicle nowadays, you know? What's really going on here? There was another truck you mentioned. It was a 2005 Dodge Dakota. There it is there. But he didn't really mention it that quickly because of that. The drivetrain is a 4x2. So it's the 8-cylinder, 4.7 liter automatic transmission, 2-wheel drive, red, gray, blah blah blah. He's like, you know, there's that option too, and it's $10,000. And so it's got the following: 1 touchdown, so it's all electric windows and all that. Passenger door bin, speed control, okay. Eliminated entry, dual front impact bags, all that nonsense. Air conditioning, power windows, tilt, you know, all that stuff there that you can see. It's got the driver, AM FM radio, all that crap. Panic alarm, so it's got remote entry, obviously. And yeah, so yeah. And he mentioned this one here, but he wasn't sure because I keep saying I want a 2-door long box truck, and this one here is a 2-door 4-door 6.5 foot Dodge Ram, also a 2006. I need to put a U between the L and the T so I can call it the Ram Slut. $13,000 pickup, 5.7 liter Hemi, unleaded automatic 4x4. You figured I'd like this because it's the full size, but I don't really care about having a car with a truck, you know what I mean? And this one here has some pretty good features too, but you know, the 1 touchdown, all that nonsense that the other one had. Back it out a bit. There we go. And yeah, it's got all the same friggin' junk and stuff and everything that the other one had. So yeah, I don't know. So the only reason why I really like the Colorado is it's pretty basic. There's not too much junk in it. Like you look at this, at the Dodge, and the Dodge has the trip computer and the ignition disable and speed sensing friggin' bullshit and a compass and all this other just, what the fuck do I need all this stuff for? I just want to drive, you know? I don't need the computer in my car tells me my liters per 100 and all that. Is that thing actually accurate? Do you think that thing's actually accurate? Is it actually pulling a number out that makes sense? Or is it just pulling numbers out of its ass? That's the problem with those computers, is how accurate are they? You know? They can only be as accurate as the computer controlling them can be, right? Or as the math they're doing is. You know, there's a lot of factors that come into play. Like, in the winter, you definitely do burn a lot more gas than you do in the summer. Some people say it's because of a winter blend, but I know a lot of people who work at the gas stations and buy their fuel, and there's no such thing as a winter gas. There is winter diesel, where they put the additives into the diesel to prevent it from gelling up at sub temperatures. But as far as gasoline goes, gasoline is gasoline is gasoline is gasoline. But when it's colder outside, the air is a lot more dense. Therefore, the moment that hits your intake, it's coming in a lot thicker. Why are you sniffing me? Look at him. Oh, for fuck's sakes. I can't. I gotta go take a piss. We'll talk about this more. Yay, I have water again. Yeah, I didn't have water this morning when I woke up. I didn't even notice, but they left something in my mailbox that I forgot to grab last week. Just a piece of paper that said we're shutting off the water today to do some more work on the condominiums going over there. Fuck's sakes. But anyway, like I was saying, in the winter the air is a lot more denser, and the moment it hits your friggin' computer's O2 sensor, it comes back and says, holy shit, we really need to dump the fuel to this mixture. So it adds more fuel to compensate, which, you know, probably is why cars are a little bit more peppier in the cold. And I know one of the big tricks that a lot of the racers do at the drag strips is they'll buy dry ice or whatever and put it on their intake manifold just to get that intake as cold as possible, so when the air goes in there it stays cold and it's denser and it burns more fuel, and it may give them a little bit more pep or something. I don't know. I can't see that working for too long because the engine gets hot, and most intake manifolds are aluminum, and aluminum just saps heat like a son of a bitch because, well, that's what it does. That's what its nature is it's a heat sink. So, you know, you cool your intake enough, doesn't matter. The moment the heat hits it, she's just going to heat right up again in almost seconds, so it's kind of pointless. But with the cold air, it definitely does make a difference because now the air is denser and you need more gasoline to really burn it up. Otherwise, you're going to run lean and you're going to smoke show your engine. So, yeah. Fun stuff. But honestly, the only thing I don't really care about the Colorado is, once again, the 5-speed transmission. Do I want to go back to that? Like, my Focus, I bought my Focus in 2003, and I drove my Focus from 2003 to 2009, and it was a 5-speed. And let me tell you, like, I drive that car from North Bay down to Stratford, about a 4.5, 5 hour drive, and by the time I got to my location, my left leg was fucking sore. Like, it was bad. And my right leg was worse because I always had to keep my foot on the throttle. There was no cruise control. I have a feeling this Colorado's not going to have a cruise control either. So basically, you're going to be on the gas, or I'm going to be on the gas the whole friggin' time. Like, when I go down to visit Bloke, he'll be in 5th gear, yeah, but I'll be on the throttle the whole damn time on my way down, which is going to kind of suck. But, you know, whatever. It's cheap. It's 10 grand after the government puts their taxes on it. That'll add an extra, what, $1,300 would be around $1,200 by the time all's said and done. And there's probably room where I can play too, where I can try and talk them down a little bit to make it 10 grand even. And I would not go through them for financing. I would talk to my bank, finance it through the bank, and get a better rate, because they'll probably just try to scam me over like they did with the friggin' G6. Sons of bitches. I can't believe I let that happen. Like, oh fuck, are they fighting? No, she was playing with Oreo's toy, and Oreo didn't want her to do that, so now she's getting mad. Now she's mad at Oreo, and she's punching Oreo in the bum. Punching Oreo in the bum and biting at his ankles. My cat's a fucking ankle biter, people. My cat's a fucking ankle biter. She is like figure 4 deathlock on that rear leg. Holy shit. Look at these two. Oh, she's fucking off. But she's getting bigger. Oh, she's back again. Like, she gets so mad at Oreo because Oreo won't share the toys, and then she just fights him. So when she rolls on her back, Oreo's got to watch the fuck out because she's looking to use those back claws as a machine gun kick. Oreo's just trying to eat his toy, and she's attacking him. Oh. Oh, it's so cute. These guys. Eh? These guys. Look at them. They're so derpy. You're such a derpy puppy. You're derpy. Yes, yours is. Who's a derpy puppy? But anyway, that's not what the vlog's about. It's not about the dog and the cat playing. So yeah, I thought I would just drop that down, see what you guys think. Maybe some of you out there own B4000s, or some of you out there own Colorados, and you can give me your worst and best stories and tell me, you know, I owned a Colorado and it was a fucking hunk of shit and I wish I could have burnt it the day I bought it, or holy shit, man, I've owned my Colorado since 2006. I still own it today. I'll never give up this truck. I love this fucking thing. Best truck in the world, you know? Or maybe B4000, best investment ever. These things are awesome, you know, go on with that. But let me know in the comments below what you think of the choices. I'm in no rush to buy, you know, even if I say fuck it and don't buy anything now, you know, there's always deals. Like I tell Rex all the time, like Rex will tell me, oh dude, they got a deal over at Carlson's for Arctic Cat quads. They got the 400cc quads or whatever the hell they rate them in, and you know, they're asking like 5 grand for them. Well, I guarantee you this year they're gonna have that same exact deal with last year's model, so they're gonna have the 2013s on instead of the 2012s, and then next year they're gonna have the 2014s on instead of the 2015s, and it's like that everywhere. Everybody wants to get rid of their old shit, so they just offer it at a stupid rate, right? So there's always going to be a deal. I'm in no rush. It's not like I need a vehicle like fucking tomorrow. Hopefully not. Just saying. But, you know, once summer hits, I usually park whatever the hell I'm driving in the winter and beat the living shit out of my Trans Am. So that's the other thing. You know, the only time I ever use the G6 in the summer is to go to Bloke's, because I really don't want to be driving the Trans Am and have the fucking thing grenade on me on the highway. That would just lick my balls. So, yeah. But anyway, figured I'd just make this video about that and get your guys' opinion, because a lot of you guys out there I know are handy with the cars and such and know a lot more than I do, as I am not handy with cars and such. So let me know in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. And for those of you who are clicking the dislike button, thinking it's bothering me, it's not. I didn't even notice till Rex told me. Kind of funny story. Rex is like, holy shit, people really hate the new format. I'm like, oh, what are you talking about? He's like, holy, look at all the dislikes. And I went and looked and was like, meh, whatever. A like, a dislike, you know what? It's all audience interaction and it helps me out either way, so I don't give a fuck. But anyway, if you like the video, click the like button. If you don't like it, click the dislike button. Your choice. I don't care. And until next time, people, keep on vlogging.